My friends, welcome to the show. Today we're talking about guitar tabs, how to find and read guitar tabs. So I'm going to be showing you, in my opinion, the best place to get tabs, chord charts, the whole 9 yards. I'm going to show you the number one place that you can get it for free. I'm going to show you how to navigate it and how to find the best of the best, because there are literally millions of tabs out there. And what else? I'm going to show you some other fun stuff like chord lyric sheets and what have you, so that you have unlimited resources that you can go to on the net, so that you could learn any song that you want and not need a guitar teacher. Pretty cool, right? Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm trying to think of anything else we need to talk about before we get started here. You're going to see my screen here in just a minute. But that's it, basically. So first off, let me tell you what the definition of a guitar tab is, or basically what do we mean when we're saying guitar tabs? Well, guitar tabs nowadays mean something different than what they used to mean. Guitar tabs, what they mean now is basically information about a song. So people are using that pretty generically, guitar tabs. But technically, what guitar tabs are, it's called tablature, and essentially it's a little bit like musical notation, except with a much smaller learning curve. So I'm going to show you how to learn guitar tab today, whereas if you were learning musical notation, it would take you a lot longer. Tablature is not a crutch. They've been using tablature for hundreds of years now. This isn't just a rock and roll thing. And the reason that we would want to use tablature essentially is it tells us exactly what string we should play and what fret, whereas musical notation does not. That can be a problem because, say, for instance, the high E on the guitar here, I'm plucking this high E, can be found here, 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 and here. So we can find it in 5 different places on the guitar. Musical notation will say this is a high E because of its location on the ledger. But you won't know where to play it. Tablature tells you exactly where to play it. Hey, that's great. It doesn't tell us other things like, it doesn't tell us other musical things like the duration of how long something should be unless it is actually written down in the tablature. And sometimes they do that, where they will say, okay, this note on this string and this is how long to hold it out for. Sometimes they'll do that. But again, they'll do it with standard musical notation. So you might be learning some musical notation eventually as you start delving into this further, okay? But essentially, it's something you can learn right away, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Okay, so going to my screen here, essentially, the number one place that you can go to find all this stuff is ultimateguitar.com. Sorry, friends, this is how it works. We're doing these these shows. It's in real time, right, Mike? So like we make mistakes every now and then. It happens. Mike! Ow! Ow! So here it goes. You're looking at ultimate-guitar.com. Ultimate-guitar.com. That's the actual website. Okay. And this is how it's going to work when you come straight to ultimateguitar.com. You're going to come to the top here. You're going to see a bunch of different things here. We're not going to get too crazy down the rabbit hole. But essentially, I've typed in Nothing Else Matters by Metallica. I typed that at the top. I got this page here. You're going to see several different ways, several different things. Here's the top down. This right here is called Official. It's called Pro. You do have to have a membership to get into that one, to that specific one. But you don't need it to get into a lot of other things. Let's talk about tablature for just a moment here after we drill down. But this Official, this one with the green and the star there, that's their official one. It looks more official. It has more parts. You can do more things with it. We'll drill down with that in just a minute. Otherwise, you have just like standard chord charts, right, which is your standard lyric chord bit here where it says, okay, this is the chord, and then the guy's singing, and it tells you when to play the chord. So like your standard chord lyric sheet, that's what we're looking at there. Then you have standard tablature. This is kind of like old school, right? It's not interactive or anything like that, but nonetheless, it tells you what notes on what strings. So this is how this works. tells you what the string names are, and the number tells you what to pluck. So in this case here, we have, these are just open notes. It says to play it 3 times. So I'm gonna play it 3 times. So this is just succession, right? Unless you know the song by ear, you don't have the rhythms and stuff, so you won't know the tempo or the rhythm or anything else. But if you know it by ear, you know, okay, I know how this part goes. Oh, that sounds right. So you'll get into a groove. Typically you use tablature with things that you know already. It says 3 times right here. Boom. Whereas tablature is stuff that you know already, musical notation, you can literally right out of the box put the sheet music up, and if you know how to read sheet music, you can play it as if you've heard it for years, okay? Tempo, inflection, volume, all the rest, okay? Not so with tablature. It's just less information. So for instance, this E string here, the low E string, I'm gonna pluck an E there. Easy enough. And then followed by these other open notes. G, B, E, B, G. Make sense? When you see things stacked up, like right here, 0, 5, 5, 0, then that would be me holding down the 5, 5 on strings G and B and plucking strings 5, 3, 2, and 1. Right there. You've heard that bit in that song right there, and that's those 3 chords right there. So when you see things stacked up, you're just playing them all at the same time. You'll also see things like this, a P, written as a pull-off. So I would pluck 3 and pull off. If you don't know what a pull-off is, I've got vids for that. But that's what that little section is right there, okay? You'll see, now tablature is a little bit loose. So what I mean by that is someone might write a P, whereas someone else might create an arc, okay? And I'll show you that in a minute. When we have a little bit like this is a slide. So for instance, we have 7, hammer to 8, and slide to 5. So this would be 7, I'm gonna pluck 7, hammer to 8, and slide to 5. That's essentially what we're doing there. So that's a little shorthand, okay? By the way, more on this tablature. If you want to know more about tablature, you can find that first link below in the UGS standard where I give you more detail about all this stuff, okay? I'll give you more information about that in just a minute. Okay, so there you go. So that's standard notation. Now let's talk about Pro for just a minute. Like, this is what I use, okay? I have a subscription to this. I get it on my phone, on my iPad, all, and it's great because you can get in there, really drill down. Now check this out. This is really cool because I can come over here, go to full screen, and I can actually play this in real time. So pretty cool. I can pull up different parts. Okay. I can do things like adjust the speed. I can do great things like loop. If I want just one little thing to loop over and over again, I can do that very easily by just grabbing it like that and then saying loop that one part. That's great for going over and over again a lick at a particular speed that's just your right speed, okay? That's great. So this is the Pro version of it. You've got a metronome. You've got all sorts of bits that you can do. You can see all this stuff on the fretboard. You've got settings to transpose, auto scroll, countdown if you don't want the countdown in there like I have it. You can do all sorts of things with this. It even tells you like, okay, let's go to the 4th verse, okay? And I can come down here, now I'm into the 4th verse, and it tells you right there. So some really super cool things that you can do with this software. You can actually mute and solo. You can turn the volume up. You can do all sorts of different things. So it's like you've got the band right there. You can turn them up, mute them, all the rest. Super, super helpful. You can loop. You can transpose. A million different things that you can do on this. So really, a very useful tool, okay? Now, let's talk a little bit, too, about how to find the right tabs, okay? So it's important to find the right tabs, and let me show you how I go about doing this, okay? So when you type in the name of your song, obviously you can find this on rating, and obviously the higher the rating, the better. But what I found is that you might find something that has very little ratings, but has a 6-star, but has 5-star rating. That's great. That's better than a 4-star rating. But you might find that this one that has a lot more people who have rated it, you might find that this is actually a better tab, whereas this guy just got his mom and his 5 friends to go vote on it, and it got a 5-star rating, okay? Not the same as something that stood the test of time and that has 5 stars, 3,000 people. That's the one I would pick. Make sense? Even if this was 4.5 stars and this one was 6, had 5 stars, I'd probably pick the one that most people have gone to, okay? So that's something else you want to look at, is you want to look at the reviews, and you want to look at how many times people have downloaded. That's going to give you all the information that you need in order to really be able to extrapolate the best tab from the site. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, that's it for my screen right now. Let's talk a little bit about some other bits here. Now, the tablature I went over with you fairly quickly. I have more detail for you, and of course, again, I can't get to these questions right now. I'm sorry. It's just the new format that we're doing. It's shorter, but we're with you every single day, and I want to jam-pack you with as many great bits here as possible, but get in, get out very quickly so that you're in control of your time. Otherwise, I would sit with you for hours. I would love to, but we can't. It's not sustainable. So it's short. Can't get to all the questions right now, but there's many different ways you can get in touch with me. UGS Pro, you have access to me all day long. What's UGS Pro? I can't go into it right now. It's massive. It's going to help you play guitar like no other system ever has. If you'd like a taste of it, you can go to that same UGS website there just now, YourGuitarSage.com/UGS, and you can check out UGS Standard for absolutely free. That's right, I said absolutely free. Or click the first link below. That will get you access. Or if you don't like to do that, here's what to do. Text me. Text FREE, F-R-E-E, free, to that number right there. And I'll do the work for you. I'll get you set up. 833-744-0154. Just type in FREE to that number there. Otherwise, if you're in UGS already, just type UGS to that number, and then we'll be in communication for whatever you want. You can unsubscribe any point you want. It's there for you. We're doing this for you, so you can have access to more stuff. Cool? All right, you can also get in touch with me on all my social. That's right, I'm all over social media, so get in touch with me there, especially on Instagram. If you DM me, I can always give you a voice message if it's like a longer question that you need answered instead of just like a short little thing, like what are my favorite strings or something that's longer. Go to Instagram, hit me up in my DMs. I will reply to you. All right, my friends, I'm here for you. I love to do these short bits here. Let me know if you like them or if you like the longer ones, you know? Anything, I'm here for you. Let me know how I can help. All right, friends, I'm outie. I'll see you.